Well, hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to Life of Wonders. As you know, this is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. So today's day and we will be unboxing and reviewing in detail the newly released Ariel 2023 Storybook Collection doll or Story Series doll. So anyway, it's just the very last series of dolls that you can find through ShopDisney, and I will be comparing her with previous depictions of her from both classic lines and designer lines, wearing either, in her mermaid form as well as with the blue outfit. So let's start with it. This is the box. As you know, these boxes transform into playsets, and they're really nice displaying boxes as well, which is something I very much appreciate and I very much like about this specific release. We have the picture of Ariel right here on the front and a little graphic of like seaweed and the castle of Atlantica right in the back, and then here we can find the specifications for the secondary outfit, the second, well actually the only pair of shoes, which is a new mold, I think, which is something very interesting. And then we have Dinglehopper, the baguettes with flowers, and Flounder. And I think that this is a new sculpt because for the fashion pack, we actually got a baguette inside and part of the whole sculpt of a basket. So that's really cute, and it's really nicely painted, and it has like a bow that will go with the secondary outfit really well. Right over here we can see like the, like an underwater scene, and right on the other side we have the castle silhouette of Atlantica, and then we have a really nice sketch of Ariel, and then oh my, I mean, it just opens very easily. So on the back we have like this really nice presentation of how the playset can look once opened, and then again like everything, and then yeah, like with background, and it specifies the activities, and then we have these silhouettes which go with the storytelling of it. I'm going to try to reveal the activities for you. So basically this time around we have like matching activities, as well as like a little like maze, and like drawing Flounder using the squares, connecting the dots, and then right over here we have this beautiful picture of Ariel and Flounder and Sebastian that you can actually color if you wanted to. It's a very versatile box. The front part opens like so again, and even though you can remove these two parts, the box is still very consistent, which is something I like a lot. So let's make the reveal from the front, and we find this underwater scene that's so beautiful. Again, this area is where we'll find the different accessories, and then there's no plastic whatsoever. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. I wasn't expecting these scales to be reproduced that way, to be honest, and I think that the fins are going to be huge, and there's a lot of like holographic reflection coming from it. So she comes with a new body. We'll be comparing the bodies, etc. Then the secondary outfit is there, and I think it's very cute as well. So this window opens to the, yeah, to like an underwater sort of like background with the castle on the back, and then you can remove these once you take everything out. And then here we have like what appears to be like the hole from or the access to her grotto, which is very interesting. Again, like I love these boxes. So what I will do right now is I will remove her out of the box with everything else, and I'll take it from there. And And as always, I want to show you what it looks like, you know, the playset when you've removed everything. So basically you just remove that part of it. You can transform into bookmarks, and that would be like a really nice idea. And then we have the backdrop and the whole playset thing, which is really pretty. And even though it's imperfect, if you place like a doll or a couple of dolls like in that section, then it will look like perfection. Really, like, I love the frame of it. Well, and here we have everything out of the box: the doll, the secondary outfit, the accessories, and everything else that I could just compare the new version with. And so I've created this lineup of dolls, including one of the designer fairy tale ones as a mermaid, the singing doll, as well as a very early sort of like depiction of Ariel from the Palace Pet, I guess, that coming from 2011 or 12 collection. So we can see that even though the face is the same, the screening is different with the thicker eyebrows and all. And this is like wearing the fashion pack that was released a few years ago, and this is the one that came with the playset with the boat. And then I will be comparing the two different flounders and all. Anyway, we'll start with our girl right here in the middle. She's got the best quality of hair when it comes to any other given Disney princess doll. It's always the case, and it's very long. It's a little bit like boxed in a way, and I don't like that they are always forgetting that this side bang, it's actually coming to the other side, which they didn't forget when they were like creating the one for the Kiss the Girl playset, which is just like perfection, because it's how we see her in the animation, but then for other depictions it's like they forgot. I also love her face screening. Again, very same face coat but different screening, and then they didn't forget about that for the designer fairy tale one. I'm so sorry that she was stored, and so that you know, rooted eyelash of that eye, it's a little bit like wonky right at the moment, but anyway, this is a very beautiful doll. And at the time, I know that the choice of having like this designer top wasn't like very acclaimed. Right now, after having gone through the live action version of it, I think it might be perceived as something completely different, because it could well be as, you know, part of her body in a way very similar to how it is portrayed in the live action version, and I love it even more in a way. And then we've been having these like bras for so many years, which are not like accurate. Like, this isn't accurate, but this is like a whole new take, which I very much appreciate. I love this tail though. It's just so beautiful, and then it has like an internal armature inside, and then the scales and the different colors that reflect the light is a very beautiful doll. Then we have the singing one, which I also very much like, but you can see that the tail is so much more basic, even when compared to the newer one. I don't know, there are differences here, but the newer one comes with first of all, they've incorporated like a designer sort of like, but you know, for playline bra or top, bikini top, whatever you want to call it. It has like, it closes on the back both the plastic portion of it, and then there's velcro for it, the raffle portion of it. So you could also actually mix and match like this top with this tail, and vice versa. I mean, you can just create different options, but seriously, this one here is probably the worst when it comes to how she's portrayed. Like, even though probably her expression is my favorite, and I also love like the flower that she's got on her hair. So anyway, this is the new doll, and I think that she has different yellow undertones that again that's happened to Cinderella, that's happened to Rapunzel, and it's giving us, at least for the body, but also I think that in the head is probably less noticeable, but for the body it's a more realistic skin complexion, if that makes sense, and it's less rosy, if you will. But anyway, I just love the details on this top so much, and so much more than in the promotional pictures. Like seriously, same as with this like little ruffle. I guess that this is more accurate to how we see her in the film, but then this fin, you know, at the bottom, it's a little bit baggy here because I think that she's going to be a little bit shorter overall, but we'll be comparing the bodies in just a tiny bit. But I love these like ruffles you know, style of a fin, and it reflects different colors. Like even though it's just green, it has a holographic you know, shine to it, which I very much like. And if you don't handle it like a lot, because there's glitter accentuating the different, you know, the scales, we can have like sequins, we can have it like just printed, and then this is like another version in which we can you know, incorporate that. I think it should keep the shape for many years. I would say, if you're not like handling it a lot. I don't feel like it sheds glitter, which is very nice. And then this time around, they've okay, so this is the flounder figurine that was incorporated, and it is exactly the same mold that we've got in the past, which is this one here, which in my opinion is better painted. There is like a little bit more detail. I don't know if this one came with the underwater playset of the Vanity. I think so. Yeah, because the one that came with the boat, it's incorporated in the base, as part of the base, you know, on the water part of the base. So I don't know, I mean, it's exactly the same. It's just that I found out that this one has a little bit more detail. If you, I mean, if you compare them both, it's just a tiny bit different, but anyway, same proportions, same mold, same everything. And then she comes with the dingle hopper that double acts as a brush, and we've been getting these for quite some time already. And then I was expecting this to be bigger, probably because I don't know, this sandwich that came earlier with this fashion pack is so much bigger than these baguettes, but I don't know, probably about the same. I mean, it's thicker and all, but these are like a couple baguettes. I don't know, both things are really beautiful, and I think will go incredibly well with their design. But so I just wanted to show you the different versions of Ariel as a mermaid. I will be comparing the bodies right now before I try the secondary outfit, which I'm loving. I mean, at a first glance I thought that because I mean, it's not hemmed, and then we have the scallop edges with the cutouts and all, I thought it would feel cheap. But now that I have it here with me in person, there is it's a really nice quality fabric that it's actually softer. This is, you can see the sound of this one, which is more papery, even though it might look better with the trim and all, but this is softer and the volume is bigger, and the portion, that the body's portion of it, it's a little bit more accurate to this is obviously the most accurate to the animation, the one that came with the boat playset, but this is very similar in a way. And then it comes with this chiffon portion of it with like little dots with glitter. I don't know, I find it very beautiful, and the pattern actually continues on the back, and I find it a little bit more elegant than the pattern that we can find on the previous fashion pack outfit. Although I love the incorporation of this little jacket, and I also love how it looks overall. I mean, again, like I'm always like supporting new takes, because again, you know, any other way it would be just far too boring. And then we find these shoes, which I would say are a brand new sculpt in my opinion, and I was expecting them to be more like pearly, but in fact I can feel more of like a metallic shimmer to them. In a way, it's more metallic than pearly, but it's something in between. Anyway, so right now I will be comparing the different bodies, and then I will focus on this portion right here. Okay, and here we have our girls. I have removed the mermaid version parts of the outfit for the newer one, and I'm comparing her with yet another version of Ariel, which is exactly the same when it comes to the body. And this is the one that came with the underwater scene playset, the one with the vanity that, you know, resemble the coral reef of a sort. So anyway, you can definitely see the difference in proportion, the difference in skin complexion. Probably not quite for, again, the faces. I think that the difference is more accentuated for the bodies as such. So this one definitely has like more yellow undertones, even though this one already has that. But the newer one, it would appear that she's shorter, especially if we put the feet like so, because this one comes with the extra articulation. So yeah, she's probably shorter, and that is probably why also the tail is a little bit baggy on her, even though you can just put it as, you know, as tight as possible. um, but the difference is not, you know, so incredibly much. It's just like that the arms are like everything is thicker all the way around, which in my opinion I prefer it, because I feel like the silhouette, it's more going in tune to what I remember from the animation, that this very incredibly thin proportion that was like the standard for any previous Shop Disney doll. And this one came with, again, this version of the top and this version of the tail, which is really nice as well. It's very similar when it comes to reproducing the scales, but this one over here has the scales in gold, and then the fin has like a double layered, and it has like a different shape to it. So different versions, different everything, but at the end of the day, here you can just get you know, a whole perspective. I love the bra though. I love the top. As you can see, this is how it's constructed with the velcro and the plastic portion that we could find on earlier versions from both Mattel and Simba in the past. But yeah, both are really beautiful in my opinion. Now I will dress her with the secondary outfit, and I'll finish the video just comparing the three different versions that I have of them. Alright, and finally we have our girl wearing the second outfit, which I love. I really do. I love the new shape of it, the new sort of like edge at the bottom of it, and the cutouts and everything goes really well. It's like the shorter in a way. Again, like the one from the movie, it's supposed to go all the way down, as we can see right over here. This is like a perfect depiction of how we see her in the film, including like the bow. So this one I didn't put it like correctly, I just put it like to the side so you can see it, but then again it captures the basic elements that we can associate with this outfit in a way. And it is true that from afar it's very noticeable that this Ariel is shorter when compared to this previous one that already has like pointy feet, and this one that does not have like pointy feet, but you can create them. But even without moving them a lot, this one is just shorter overall. But she's very pretty, and again the dimensions work perfectly for her in my opinion. I love the different fabrics that they've used to recreate this part of the blouse, as well as the bodies. It's definitely even better than this one. I mean, it's very delicate, and it's much better in person than what I could just think from the promotional pictures. I want to say this because it's true. I mean, it's true. It's a really nice depiction of the dress. And here we have like the other one that came with the fashion pack, and she came with the basket and the sandwich. And again, the this version only has like the super small puffy, like Snow White or Cinderella type, I would say more Snow White sleeves, but in the film they're supposed to be like long like this one over here, and then the newer one has a really nice movement, and then this little ruffle right at the wrist, which I think I don't know, incorporates something that is rather unique. And so, and something that it's also new are the new shoes, which could be definitely worn as well by any other previous doll. Both they articulate, well, I mean, if they have like either pointy or articulated ankles, because if they have flat feet they won't be able to support that format. But anyway, I'm very happy with this doll, and I hope that once again you've enjoyed this review. It's been helpful, and if that is the case, don't forget to like the video, recommend it to your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that means like a lot to me, especially as I'm like again taking I mean, I'm just putting a lot of effort, and I'm just like trying to, because I could just unbox it to myself, you know, and for myself only, but just putting these videos, and especially into different languages and everything, and in the middle of the night, which is when I at the moment only have like spare time. Well, it's an effort, and so it would be appreciated if I can get that feedback from you, and just let me know what you think about this particular release, which is the case of Ariel of this 2023 as part of the storybook collection. And as always, I will be more than happy to get back to all of you. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.